Now, I must thank Nana Akufo-Addo for one thing, that he's been bold enough to at least pick up a special prosecutor. In fact, the very first special prosecutor he picked was not even from his own party, the NPP. It was from the NDC. Alamisi Amidu. He turned out to be a white elephant. In fact, he demeaned the office of the special prosecutor, turned it into nothing. My brother, my sister, and it looks like that nothingness was still hanging like an albatross around the neck of the OSP until Kissi Aygabeng came in. When Kissi Aygabeng came in as the next special prosecutor, the very first person to criticize Kissi Aygabeng was the same Martin Amindu. He is so young, and too much without experience. In other words, too inexperienced to be a special prosecutor and even fight corruption. But it turned out that Kissi Aygabeng, even though young, was able to do more than Martin Amindu did. It looks like, and from where I stand, Martin Amindu has been full of bitterness from that time. That he, huge and gargantuan in stature, both in law and also physically, my brother, my sister, has not been able to achieve a scintilla of success whilst he was in office, except to threaten people and write lengthy letters that had little meaning. Martin Amindu is a disgrace to the office of the special prosecutor. And I have said this time and again, he ran out of the office of the special prosecutor like a pregnant toad on heat in broad daylight. He wrote a damning letter to the president and to the people of Ghana, calling the president the mother serpent of corruption. My brother, Martin Amindu, whilst in office, was also extravagant. What do we mean by extravagance? He was asking for air conditioners all over the place. At a point, we're even told that he asked for a jacuzzi. My brother, my sister, if you are interested in fighting corruption, even if you sit on top of a baobab tree, you can still fight that corruption. With or without an office, if I want to fight corruption, I will chase Nana Akufo-Addo out of the presidency with the rod of corruption check. I do not need a jacuzzi laid in office, an air-conditioned filled office to be able to function. My brother, my sister, at the end of the day, we were also told from the presidency that he rejected one office after the other, claiming that such offices were potentially bogged. You know what it means to say bog? In other words, they put gadgets in there that they could smell them anytime that they started smelling. Martin Amindu gave us excuses. He left without any achievement. He couldn't even prosecute a lizard, let alone a crocodile. Kissi Aygabeng came in. A little as he is, inexperienced as he is, diminutive in stature as he could be, at least he's been able to roar. He couldn't catch any game, yes, but he roared. But it looks like the office of the special prosecutor is the headquarters of extravagance. Martin Amindu wanted air conditioners all over the place. 6 million horsepower air conditioners all over the place. He wanted jacuzzis all over the place, as we were told. But when Kissi Aygabeng came, he raised the level of extravagance to another level. He wanted 20 million, 200 million worth of cars. My brother, my sister. Bulletproof cars. He wanted his own house bulletproofed because he feared for his life. Who was he running away from? No wonder they say when you're fighting corruption, corruption fights you back. So one thing is clear. Nana Akufo-Addo is not ready to fight corruption. Nana Akufo-Addo is a mighty pretender. All those he brought into office, he probably told them beforehand that, listen, we are going out of our way to bring you in here. Please work with us. And by saying work with us, it simply means overlook corruption. When you see us stealing, just come and ask for your share. We are putting you in there to supervise over corruption, not to fight corruption. Somebody won't understand the difference. I said we put you in there to supervise over corruption. In other words, who steals today? The next day, whose turn is it to steal? We are not bringing you here to fight corruption. It is clear that Nana Akufo-Addo is a pretending president who wants people to think that he's fighting corruption. Today, we are told by Martin Amindu that he actually asked Kissi Aygabeng to leave before he's given the bullet. And they used a stooge like Martin Amindu to get it done. Before I rush into calling him a stooge, let us also give some credit to Martin Amindu. What is the reason Martin Amindu wants Kissi Aygabeng out ultimately? The biggest reason is the fact that Kissi Aygabeng got involved in some procurement issues and they were breaches. Do you understand that? He got involved in procurement breaches. And if you go to equity, you must go with clean hands. My law lectures at the University of Science and Technology will still remind me of this key thing in law. When you go to equity, you go with clean hands. You cannot be seen to be fighting corruption when you are inundated in the cauldron of corruption yourself. Is it clear? I want Kissi Aygabeng to be investigated. I'm glad that the CJ wrote a letter to him asking him to respond to the charges of procurement breaches. If he's found culpable, we will gladly send him home and with a punishment. That's all we want to see. It might be witch hunting, but from where I stand, please, it is justified. Let him be investigated. Nobody is bigger than Ghana. Nobody is bigger than the truth. I leave it here.